All right, well, California has set a date for the recall election of Governor Gavin Newsom on September 14th. Golden State voters will head to the polls as part of an effort that could boot Newsom out of office once and for all. The recall effort to remove Newsom stemming from Californians being fed up with the state's restrictive COVID lockdown order that shut down schools and crippled businesses all across the state. Joining us now to discuss is Joe Collins, 2020 congressional candidate from California and a U.S. Navy veteran. Joe, good to see you, my friend. So how do you think this will play out all across California? You have businesses that were decimated. You have lives that were destroyed by COVID lockdown policies. And that's before you get to the people who were in prison getting money illegally because the state was run in such an incompetent manner.
Yeah, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but from my perspective, the way I see it going is Gavin Newsom is likely going to end up getting reelected. And it's not because the people like him, it's because the quality of candidates that we have now are not in a position to beat Gavin Newsom. We have a Caitlyn Jenner who's literally a murderer. She killed someone with her car. You have a John Cox who's already lost. You have a Kevin Faulconer. You have an array of other candidates who are Republican, conservative, who refuse to step out of that conservative bubble. And I think that's going to play a huge issue when you're running against a very popular Democratic Gavin Newsom in a Democratic state. We don't have politicians who can reach out into the Democrat community, into the independent community, Black, Brown, Latino, Asian, and an array of other ethnicity communities to get those votes. So I'm sorry, I don't see him being recalled.
Well, I'm glad you bring up this point because I've been having an ongoing debate with my friend. It said, look, you can't get people to say yes to question number one of getting rid of Gavin Newsom if they're not passionate about the person they're going to replace him with. From your perspective, is there any way, September 14th, still a little time here to consolidate, get people in line, to do the work, to go into the communities you just talked about? Is there a candidate you think could do that? And do you think that there is a way that as a group of Republicans, they can start getting some of the white noise out of the race so that we can have one voice talking about one message that is to get rid of Gavin Newsom once and for all?
Unfortunately, no, I don't. And the reason why is because the Republican message in California, in my opinion, has legitimately been off when it comes to the Black and brown communities. Now you have to understand that these are the major voting blocks, according to the data that I have, are from the Black and brown community, women who have children, who have families, and men who are entrepreneurs. And unfortunately, we don't have a Republican message that can span across entire California with the right candidate that can push to get rid of Gavin Newsom. And on another note, you can't say, let's vote for me because Gavin Newsom is doing a bad job. The biggest question for the people in California is going to be what's in it for me, because we know we're going to get from Gavin Newsom, but we don't know what we're going to get from this other guy. So tell me what's in it for me. What are you going to do for myself, my family, my children, my state, my communities? And we don't have a Republican that's running a quality message that talks about that.
Well, Joe, we got about 60 days left. Sounds like maybe we should put you on the ballot. I don't know what's going on.